Begin with new developments as we come on the air this evening in that first case of Ebola diagnosed here in the U.S. And tonight, the first images of the patient. His name is Thomas Eric Duncan. He was visiting family in Dallas. This evening, all eyes on that hospital in Dallas. He fighting for his life amid new questions about why he was sent home the first time he went to the hospital, telling nurses he felt sick. Meantime, elsewhere in that city, letters tonight going home to parents, schools being cleaned, extra precautions taken this evening as authorities now try to track down everyone this man came in contact with, including children in his own family. A team of CDC investigators on the ground now. Dr. Richard Besser standing by with your questions about the flights he took, about schools. But first, ABC's Cecilia Vega right there at the hospital leading us off tonight. Cecilia, good evening.
David, good evening to you. That patient being treated in this hospital right behind me, and tonight that very hospital facing tough questions about how it handled this case, potentially exposing others to this deadly disease. Tonight in this Dallas hospital, Thomas Eric Duncan desperately ill. Doctors saying he is in serious condition but awake and asking for food. Quarantined in total isolation inside, while outside, the city of Dallas is on high alert.
This is all hands on deck.
Disease detectives from the CDC now here on the ground in a race to find out if Duncan spread Ebola to anyone else. Tracing his path from the hot zone in West Africa, this much they know. His journey begins on the 19th of September, day one. Already infected but no obvious symptoms, he leaves Liberia. At the airport screening, like every other passenger, his temperature probably taken with an infrared thermometer. But no fever yet, so he boards a plane, flying to Brussels, then getting on a United Airlines flight full of passengers. The next day, arriving in Dallas, heading to this apartment complex to visit family, including several children. Still, no signs of Ebola. But 4 days later, he starts getting sick, and that's when Ebola becomes contagious. Just over 24 hours later, he's so ill he walks into this Dallas emergency room, telling a nurse he'd traveled from West Africa. But here, the critical breakdown. That nurse didn't pass the information along, and he's sent home. 3 days later, he is back at the hospital, this time rushed by ambulance fighting for his life. Are the people of Dallas, the people of Texas, here in the U.S., are we safe from Ebola?
I have all confidence in the CDC that we have contained this virus within the number of people that we're looking at now.
Investigators monitoring up to 18 people in all, from the 3 EMTs who first treated Duncan in the ambulance to the doctors and nurses in the emergency room and his family, adults, and 5 children potentially exposed. Their schools alerted, even scrubbed down today. Somewhere inside this apartment complex where the man was visiting family are his relatives potentially exposed to Ebola, and right now they have been told not to leave. No work, no school for 21 days. Neighbors here worried.
I am scared because there's a lot of children out here, and a lot of us, this is something new to us. This is something scary that I never thought would come here in the United States.
Some schools sent letters to parents today alerting them of the situation, and in a sign of just how nervous some people are, some parents say that they are pulling their kids out of school tomorrow. Now, in the meantime, Dallas County health officials told me today that they would not be surprised if a second person with Ebola comes forward. David?
Cecilia Vega leading us off from Dallas tonight. Cecilia, thank you.